We're going to write a simple blockchain contract and deploy it to the blockchain. In this case, we're going to be deploying to the public Ethereum blockchain. We could write this contract in a number of support tools. We could do it on a very basic editor on top of our operating system. We could use some command line tools. We could use specialized editors, but in this case, I'm going to use an online editor. The name of the editor is Remix, and it's used for the Ethereum blockchain. I'm going to go ahead and select the link here. And what we get here is the default environment. If this is the first time you're navigating to this editor, go ahead and select your environment. We're going to use Solidity's environment. And we're going to use a number of these features. The first one that I'll navigate to is the one for files. I'm going to go ahead and delete here the placeholders, which is a ballot contract. And then I'm going to rename this one. I'm going to go ahead and call it greetings. I'm going to write a very simple contract. I'm then going to delete the text or the code that was there, and I'm going to paste in a very, very simple contract. A few things to call out. The first one is that I'm specifying the compiler version. The world of blockchain moves very fast. Specifying a range there of compiler will keep your code running into the future with higher certainty. We then have a contract block and a simple function that says world, that when we invoke it will return hello world. Now, having done that, the next thing that we want to do is we want to compile it to make sure that it is compilable. And in this case, we have been successful. And I will then move to the deployment. There's three ways in which we could deploy this contract. We could deploy it locally to a simulated environment, the JavaScript VM. We could do it through the injected MetaMask object. It needn't be MetaMask, but that's what we have here. And the third one would be a Web3 provider, where you're connecting to a local blockchain that you're running or to some other blockchain that you have the address and access for. So I'm going to go ahead and select the second one, but before I do that, let me navigate over to MetaMask and show you that we're running on the Rinkeby test network. The account that we're on is 0x7f89, and we have 5 Ether on the account. So I'm going to go ahead and go back here, and I'm going to select the injected Web3. I get a confirmation for privacy purposes, asking me to verify the access. I will go ahead and confirm. And in a moment, we should see the account that we saw in MetaMask before, 0x7f89. Now at this point, the context has recognized my contract. You can see there, greeting. And I'm now going to go ahead and click on deploy. And we should have a pop-up asking us to confirm. And we have the confirmation. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And now we'll wait for a little bit for that contract to be mined and to be included into a block. And we should get a notification pretty soon. There it is. As you can see here, this contract has been deployed. It has an address already that we could navigate to, and we can confirm its existence through Etherscan, the blockchain data explorer, and we can even invoke it. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And as you can see there, we just get some big string of bytes because that's what we specified as a return. I'm going to go ahead and change this to string memory so that we can read it. Now, because the blockchain is append only, we cannot change the earlier contract. We have to deploy a new one. So that is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to click on deploy once more. I'll have to confirm the deployment once again. And now we'll wait. And that contract has come through now. I'm going to go ahead and expand to see the methods. I'm now going to click on world once more. And if we scroll down, I believe somehow we did not save our changes. Let me go ahead and make sure once more. Take a look at the console here to see if the console is getting the right call. And yes, you can see there that it is calling greetings world. Let me see if we can see the output. I do not believe that we can. Let me try to deploy once more. Close and open the editor to make sure that we have the latest code. I'm going to go ahead and compile it once more. I'm going to go back and I'm going to deploy for a third time. I'm now confirming. We can see the changes there, or the deployment being confirmed with an address on blockchain. I'm now going to go ahead and click on world. And yes, you can see there that we have hello world coming back just as we expected. I suspect that it was skipping the step for compilation that somehow refreshed the file that needed to be done. But let's go ahead and overview what we did. We created a contract, a very simple contract on the Remix editor. We chose the local plugin as the network to plug into. This is the plugin that exists on the browser that has an object that has a handshake with a node that is participating on the Ethereum blockchain, the public Ethereum blockchain. And so we were able to post that contract. We could have also done it locally just for practice, or we could have deployed to a private blockchain. So here is the full cycle. Make sure you can replicate this functionality. There's nothing you need to install. MetaMask is a plugin to the browser. Remix is an online editor, and it makes all the connections for you. So go ahead and give it a try.